Welcome to Every Night is Game Night, because we all love game nights with our family and friends. But when you play solo games, then every night can be a game night. Check us out along with other great podcasts at dicetowernetwork.com.
Every Night is Game Night, episode 72, ENGN Solo Awards for 2017.
Woohoo!
Hey everybody, welcome back to Every Night is Game Night. This is episode 72, and I am Anthony once again here with Jason.
Yo, my peoples, what's up?
Alright guys, super special episode, actually a two-parter, and that's when you know it's special, is when we break it in half.
That's right.
And we have...
Cannot be contained in one.
No, it's too much content. Not only do we have our top games for 2017, we've put together an award show, but we've invited on some of our favorite people from solo cooperative board gaming podcasts, all of the above. Some of whom you'll recognize from recent episodes, and they're going to help us out throughout both of these episodes. So that was really cool. Jason did all the work for that, so it's all you, man.
I love it. I love having people on. So you're going to hear from One Stop Co-op, Shopping, Rolling Solo, and all sorts of folks. And but before we even get to that, we're burying the lead a little bit. We are now a part of the Dice Tower Network. So you heard Eric Summers' dulcet tones at the beginning of this episode. Hopefully you listened to the episode on Monday, the preview series. We are on the Dice Tower. So we wanted to introduce ourselves once again to a new audience and talk a little bit about our current audience, which are mostly the solo gaming community. So let's get to it. So Anthony, what should they know about us as Every Night is Game Night, talking to the new Dice Tower audience?
Yeah, I mean, we started this podcast as kind of a focus on solo games. It actually just started because I'm a dad, I'm home a lot, I don't get to go to a lot of game nights, so I play solo games occasionally, and I was like, I want to talk about this. It's kind of grown from there, I think, to cover solo games, cooperative games, all that type of stuff, thematic games, strategy games, the kind of stuff that Jason and I play.
Yep.
But also from that, through that lens of busy dads at home, still liking games, still wanting to play, not necessarily able to get out and play, 3-4 nights at games with other people. But this is very much about the gaming lifestyle and, everything beyond the game night.
Yeah, we probably should have called this podcast Busy Dads Trying to Game Really Hard.
That's pretty good, yeah.
So maybe that should have been catchier than the title we have. But yeah, we are a podcast focused on strategy and thematic games, emphasis on cooperative and solo. You're not going to hear about party games. You're not going to hear about social deduction or a lot of different things. We're very focused on what we do. I bring the thematic love. I love Ameritrash. I love theme. Anthony is a heavy strategy gamer. So between that fire and ice combination, we hope that this new audience will enjoy what we're doing. So that's our current audience. So we have, pretty sizable audience, mostly in the solo community, in the One Player Guild and the Facebook group. Is there anything going to change in terms of our coverage of the game that community loves?
No, I mean, I think it's fun for us to talk about games just in general. And there are going to be some games that we play that kind of fit that mold of who we are that aren't necessarily solo first. But I don't know, man, like 90%. I play enough solo games. I'm sure you do. Enough co-op and solo games that we've more than enough content to fill this thing. We've got a spreadsheet with like 50 cells full of games to talk about. Yeah. So it's also like core audience, people who've been here with us for a long time. Same podcast you know and love.
Exactly. So, like, are we selling out? Well, I mean, we've kind of always been a sellout podcast, Like the Red Hot Chili Peppers have always been a sellout band. So we're going to do the games that we always love. We're going to do a lot of, like, 1 to 4. I think people, when they hear solo games, they think, like, oh, well, not for me. But no, we review Gloomhaven, Terraforming Mars, all these games. Like, look at the BGG top 10. Those are all, ripened, ready for 1 to 4 player counts. So we're hoping to be appealing both to the Dice Tower and to our current audience in the solo community. We hope that you guys come along for the ride, and we have a really, really great show for you that shows the best of what we have to offer, not just for us, but the best of 2017 and the best of some of our friends in the solo and co-op community. So without further ado, let's get to the ENGN Solo Awards.
Alrighty, guys. This is a big deal. We're very excited about this. This is the first time we've done this. Last year we did not do this, although we did talk about kind of our favorite games from the year before. But this is a whole nother level production-wise. So we've pulled together a number of different categories. I believe we have 10, right?
Yep.
10 different categories of things like apps, strategy games, card games, casual games, all the different categories you know and love, but through this lens that we've just described for you of the solo, cooperative, at-home, busy dad gamers, right?
Yep.
And we're going to talk about the games that we think and that we asked everybody on the solo gaming group and Board Game Geek and in the guild and everywhere else what they thought was best, and we'll share with you with the winners.
So the way it works is that Anthony and I both have votes. So I voted for stuff, Anthony voted for stuff, and then we did the fan vote, and the fan vote constitutes a third vote. So the fan vote broke tie. So if Anthony and I agreed with something and the fans, if we all agreed, great. But 2 out of 3. So if I and the fans said something and Anthony didn't agree, then too bad. That's how we did it. So we really reached out to the fans, and to include them that way. Just to be clear, the presenters, you're going to hear a lot of them. None of them had anything to do with the vote. They're just helping us out. So without further ado, let us get to the first category. Just like a real award show, we're going to start with the technical categories. So the first category is Best Board Game App. And we have our friend from Board Game Blitz, Crystal Pisano, is going to help us out with the presentation.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me to be a presenter. To those of you who don't know me, my name is Crystal Pisano from the Board Game Blitz podcast, and it is an honor to be presenting an award today. And what an award it is. We are talking about apps. When it comes to board games, I know some people tend to be hesitant about the digital integration and are video games going to take over board games? But I say, no, they're not. They're just going to make it better. And the more technology and the more things we can incorporate to make our board games a more dynamic experience, the better. And hey, if we can take our board games onto the airplane or in the car or wherever we're going, when you're waiting in line at the DMV, don't tell me you don't want to be playing a board game on your phone. So we are going to introduce the nominees for the Best Board Game App. And the nominees are Onirim, Race for the Galaxy, Seven Wonders, Tokaido, and Through the Ages. Ooh, this is a tough category. I have to say, I have played some of these games, and they're all quite good. But let's get down to business. The winner for Best Board Game App is Through the Ages! Congratulations to CGE Digital for the win.
All right. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you very much for announcing Through the Ages by CGE. A little bit of controversy because guess what? They did not win the fan vote. Boo.
I kind of thought this would happen, though. I mean, Onirim is, everybody has this app. It costs $1. I think it's free now.
It's free now, yep.
I've played it 50, 60 times, which for me is a lot, but I'm sure you are now up to 2,700 at this point, right?
I've moved on. Actually, my most played app of the year was Race for the Galaxy.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
So in any other year, Race for the Galaxy would have been my choice. I think between those 3 apps, those are 3 of the best apps that I've ever played. Tokaido got nominated because it did something very, very different with the app. It wasn't just a port of the board. It was like this interactive walking, people walking. So that was pretty cool. Seven Wonders got nominated because of the running joke. We thought it was a vaporware thing, and all of a sudden, yay, there it is, and it's there. No one's talking about it anymore. But at least it's there.
Well, it's not that exciting. It's just because it took so long to come out. Right?
Yeah, there's no expansions to it. There's no nothing really pops about it. It's just there. But yeah, congratulations for being not vaporware. So these 3 apps, Race for the Galaxy, I think that even though it's my most played app, I see why it, because it's Race for the Galaxy, right? It's too many symbols. I mean, they didn't fix that. They just made it slick. Onirim is so simple, and I think one of the users on Facebook said it best. I apologize. I think it was Zach Brown. I apologize if I messed up the name. Said that it's awesome because you don't shuffle. That's why people had a barrier with the base game, like the physical game. You shuffled a lot. Not a problem in the app. You can just play, and people are really excited about it. Definitely wanted to acknowledge that the fans are really excited about Onirim. They won on BGDA and the Facebook poll by a lot. But through the ages. I'm sorry, guys. That is the best app ever. It has everything.
Yeah, no, this is the single best board game app that's ever been developed. And it's a big, heavy strategy game. It costs $10. It has a 1-hour tutorial. I understand why a lot of people haven't played it, but when you do get through all that and you play this game, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. That used to be like an afternoon game. It's like, would you like to come over for an afternoon? We play this one game. And now I can just play it like waiting for the bus. Like it takes 30 minutes to play. It's fast. It gets you that same feeling. You're doing the same stuff. They didn't like skimp on anything. Online multiplayer. It's the best app ever. And it is a really high standard, which is really cool because Asmodee Digital is about to kind of come in and swamp over the whole app scene. We're getting Scythe from them, Terraforming Mars, all these other games. But it's nice to see that other developers are able to kind of step up to the plate and deliver quality as well. So congratulations to CGE for a really, really awesome app. Cool. So on with the technical categories. We are now going to invite our friends. You may not have heard of them because they're still fairly new, but please check them out. They are from Co-op Cast, a cast about cooperative games. Their names are Peter Goosis and Michael Kelly, and they're going to introduce the category of best app integration into a board game.
Hi, I'm Peter, and I'm here with Mike.
Hello, everyone. We are from Co-op Cast, the cooperative board games podcast, and we are here to talk about the top game for 2017, top game that uses app integration.
Yeah, and I love app integration in games. It takes games like Descent and Imperial Assault and takes away the Overlord. We never liked having an Overlord player and makes it a completely cooperative experience. So that's one of the things that I love about what's happened with app integration this year.
Yeah, and also just any app that kind of takes away some of the fiddliness, some of the downtime to a game, some of the setup, and lets you get into the actual playing faster is something we are always a fan of. So without further ado, we will announce the official nominees. And the nominees in alphabetical order are Clank, First Martians, Imperial Assault, Rising 5, Runes of Asteros, and Unlock.
And the winner is Imperial Assault.
Woo! Go Imperial Assault.
Boo.
This is a recent favorite of mine. I've been playing the heck out of it. I also love the Descent Road to Legend app. Although I will say, interestingly enough, both Peter and I did not vote for Imperial Assault on this same poll. We voted for Unlock. So sorry, Unlock. We love you. But you couldn't match that FFG juggernaut.
Well, congratulations to Imperial Assault, although I do think Unlock was my choice for the year. I'm loving this escape room trend. But we can all agree that app integration is the way to go.
Yeah, so thanks, Jason, and everyone at Every Night is Game Night for including us in the podcast. Have a great day.
All right. I protest this vote.
To be fair, none of these were amazing.
Yeah.
I still don't think we're quite there. And I said this back in I don't know if it was my 2017 prediction or my 2016 prediction, but I said we are on the verge of app integration becoming like a thing that just people do. And I think 2017 was the start of that, and it'll become more of a norm in the next year or so because a lot of games did it. None of them were amazing,
right?
But all of them were fine, right?
Right. So, I mean, Imperial Assault, deserving, I'll be honest, like that was Anthony and the fans. I voted for Clank, only because Imperial Assault is like voting for an essay where they just changed all of the nouns into different nouns, but it's the same essay as the one that came before. So like Descent, it's the Descent app, and the Descent app came out and it had more stuff in it. Imperial Assault came out, had one mission, and it just used your core components, and it took like forever. So yes, it's good and whatever, but I don't know. I thought the Clank app really turned a game that wasn't solo into a really fun solo experience. But hey, I'm just one vote among three.
And you lost.
I lost.
On the side of the Imperial Assault app, though, like, and the reason I did vote for it, despite the fact that it is like Descent app 2.0, is that the AI is much more involved. It's better. Like Descent is just like, here it is. This is where they are.
Right.
Imperial Assault has much more engagement and involvement with the AI. They have already updated it so that all of the figures in the game are now in it. They haven't necessarily added new campaigns yet, but those are clearly coming if they've added all the figures that are currently out, which there are hundreds of them.
Right.
And it's got Star Wars, man. I mean, I know you're not a Star Wars guy, but come on. Come on.
So some of the other nominees, Rising 5 was an app that it probably should be in this category for this year, not last year, but it did get released in Europe, so it had to be there. Good app, good game. Looking forward to reviewing it for you guys in a little while. Unlock, good app. Really, really, I think that's my most fun of the escape room games, but I think that's a little bit of a thing within the solo community. Plus, I think that it wasn't integral to the experience. So that's why I kind of, didn't get as many votes there. But though it did have a strong showing. First Martians. Dun, 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 dun.
This is the one that should have won. It wasn't. I mean, the whole game was built around this, and it just didn't. Here's the thing. The app just went halfway, right? It just didn't do everything. You take care of all the bookkeeping,
right.
Look a little prettier, be a little less buggy. Great, you're in. Because it's not a horrible app. It's in the middle, right?
Yeah, and what you were saying before, Anthony, I think that's a lesson. So we don't just want to talk about the individual games, but kind of in the broader category, bigger picture. I think there's this boogeyman out there that, apps are going to be creeping into our games. And, it's like, oh my God, this is the year where we're going to get a whole bunch of these. And 2017 was definitely not the year. I think we are still fairly far away. So the people who are kind of wondering what's going to happen with this whole app craze, it might be bumpy. It might not be it for a couple of years. There might be more failures along the way. There might be more people, really high expectations and they're just not met. So, people who are looking for that app integration I think we still have a long way to go. I guess that's the take home.
Yeah, I mean, cost of development, any good game takes a couple years to develop. You throw an app on there, you might be adding 6 months to a year, and it's expensive. So, the big companies are going to get more out sooner, like the Asmodeus, the Fantasy Flights, all those guys. And then the little ones are going to kind of trickle out. Clank is kind of a cheater because the guys who developed that game, the board game, were actually an app company. So they were able to kind of just jump in and do their own app. But I think we're going to get more and more of this stuff as we go along. And as more people get access to more affordable resources and development cycles come to fruition and mature. But right now, we're kind of in the middle of it. They're getting better, but we're still in the middle of it.
Okay, so that is the award for Best App Integration in 2017. We would like to thank Peter and Michael once again for helping us out. They are from Co-opcast. So, this next award is near and dear to my heart, and I feel it should be near and dear to the hearts of anybody who loves games and wants to take them to the next level. So, I would like to throw it over to Hans from the Han Solo blog to talk about Best Unofficial Fan Variant of the Year.
Hey soloists, Hans from the Han Solo YouTube channel here, and I have been asked to present to you the award for Best Fan-Made Variant of 2017. Solo variants are special to me as my channel focuses on these wonderful works of art. I have a great admiration for the variant creators out there, and I'm truly thankful for their hard work. To me, they're problem solvers really. The problem could be a mechanic, a player interaction, or perhaps a game choice that has to be simulated somehow. The variant creators are constantly thinking up unique ways to deal with those problems and keep the spirit of the game intact. Whether it's a roll of a dice, a priority list, or perhaps a finely tuned automa deck, they open the possibilities of solo gaming to lists of games that would otherwise be inaccessible to us, the solo gamers. They also add a duality to the games in your collection, as your favorite multiplayer games now have the possibility to hit the table when your group can't. So without further ado, the winner of the 2017 Best Fan-Made Variant is Themis Dakanali and his Automa deck for Near and Far. Congratulations, Themis, and thank you for your contribution to solo gaming.
All right. Thank you very much, Hans. So a little bit about what I wanted to do with this category, and this is my category. Did not open it up to fan voting. Did not open up to Anthony. Anthony, I know you're not really a variant gamer. And the fans, they're not familiar with all the stuff that's out there because it's very diffuse. It's not like you can see it in one place. I try to seek the variants out. Like Hans was saying, it really opens up games that may not be accessible to certain types of gamers. So yes, in the solo community, we want to be able to play Star Wars Rebellion. We want to be able to play Wasteland Express Delivery Service or all these other games. That's pretty cool. I'm not even going to limit it to that. I mean, we're in the Dice Tower. We're not just speaking to the solo community, but gamers at large, family gamers, people who want to play 5 players, 6 players, people who have played all the scenarios in a game and they just want to make more content for it. This is the award for you. I want to encourage that as much as possible. Not only because it's fun and cool and it gives new life to games, but designers will pick it up and include it in their official content, which is really cool. So I wanted to point out a couple. There are custom time story scenarios, one of which actually did get picked up and will be published as a scenario coming down the road. Another is for the game Alien Artifacts, which is getting a solo mode, not ready yet, but a username ArcanumTL. Whipped up a solo mode, boom, done, there you go. The Voyager, the Beagle expansion for Robinson Crusoe, also a fan expansion. It happens all the time. Want to encourage it. So congratulations to T-Doc and Ons for doing a great job with that Near and Far Automa. Near and Far, not a solo game, couldn't get a group together, but I played through the whole campaign, had a ton of fun because of your work. So thank you very much. Okay, so this is the category of Best Reprint of 2017. Just so you know, the parameters for this category were a genuine second edition of a game. So there's a lot of 1.5 editions out there. I didn't really consider those. I wanted to reward games that genuinely either massively upgraded the component quality or tinkered under the hood, made it a little bit better, maybe a little bit of both. So with that in mind, I'm going to throw it over to Colin at One Stop Co-op Shop to present the award.
Hello everyone, this is Colin from the One Stop Co-op Shop. Today I have the pleasure of announcing the Every Night is Game Night Solo Award for Best Reprint in 2017. Unlike most of the other awards given out tonight, this category only has one nominee, as it blew all the other competition out of the water. It is the game I myself have played on my channel and is one of my top 10 solo board games of all time. The award goes to Nemo's War, designed by Chris Taylor and published by Victory Point Games. Nemo's War is a perfect blend of an Ameritrash game heavy with the theme and dice rolling while also utilizing Euro-style mechanics where actions provide you with victory points that you will count to determine your score. As captain of the Nautilus, you will choose between exploration, science advancement, anti-imperialism, or war as your motive, and these motives will drive what actions will generate more victory points. Do you have what it takes to survive in hostile waters where your only weapon is the ship itself? Do you have what it takes to command the Nautilus as the empires of the world grow and seek to destroy you? In this game, you will wager your crew, your ship, and your own sanity to complete adventures and to explore the depths of the ocean of the world. Although the game itself remains true to the first printing, the quality of components, the fact that they designed cooperative play instead of simply just solo play, and just the fact that there was a ton more information out about the game prompted Nemo's War to be the best reprint of 2017. Congratulations to Chris and to Victory Point Games for taking the chance to reprint the game and make it a true board game that no solo gamer will want to miss.
Thank you, Colin, for doing your usual over-the-top, enthusiastic, great job when it comes to this kind of stuff. Was there ever any doubt, Anthony, what game in the solo community would win that award?
Not even close.
Not even close.
If you look at the first edition of Nemo's War, and then look at what they did through the Kickstarter, it's hard to see how it's the same game, let alone just the quality of this production. It's a quality production on any level, and then you compare it to what they did before, and really anything Victory Point has done before. And you're like, well, look at this. So yeah, no, it's off the charts, and it's very beautiful for a fantastic game. So.
And there's always good reprints every year. So London received a reprint from Osprey Games, which Anthony and I both loved. A couple others here and there, but I mean, this one, at least for our community, above and beyond. I mean, we love adventure games. We love, big sprawling things in a map that we can kind of lose ourselves in. The components were a barrier in the first game, and now they're just beautiful. I mean, and then a little expansion's coming out, and they're going to continue to support it. So no question, Nemo's War is going to win that category. Thank you, Colin, for doing that presentation. Now, we have a real treat for you guys. So we're going to end this episode on the best expansion for 2017. And our friend Adam Smith from Rolling Solo, yes, Smith, he is related to Rodney Smith, has his own channel, and you guys are in for a treat. So he is going to present with the best expansion for 2017.
Hello everyone, my name is Adam Smith, and I am the creator and producer of a YouTube channel called Rolling Solo, where you'll gain insight into the growing popularity of playing board games solo. But first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Jason from ENGN, or Every Night is Game Night podcast, for allowing me to come on the show and announce one of the category winners. I am truly really excited for this opportunity. So the first thing I want to make mention of in terms of my channel is just give you guys an idea of what we do at Rolling Solo. So at Rolling Solo, we focus mainly on showcases, and these really include a number of different things, including an unboxing, a solo setup video, rules overview, and then an interactive playthrough all the way through in real time. So the goal is to create authentic playthroughs and seeing the whole picture from start to finish. You'll also see things like featured products, Kickstarter previews, giveaways, and vlogs. But you're not here tonight to hear about that. You are here to hear about what the best expansion of 2017 is. And we have quite a few nominees on the list, and we ultimately have one winner. What was that? Okay, well, I'm going to try to get through this as fast as possible because it kind of sounds like the house is coming down. All right, so without further ado, let's take a look at the nominees. Zia, Embers of a Forsaken Star. Aeon's End, War Eternal. Hostage Negotiator, Crime Wave. Runebound, Unbreakable Bonds. Arkham Horror, Living Card Game, The Dunwich Legacy. All right, and this is where things get exciting. We're going to go ahead and unveil the winner. Sorry, I have to interrupt myself here as I'm hearing a noise from the corner of the room, and I'd like someone to get a mic to that corner. I want to hear exactly what's being said. Okay, so there's a growling coming from down in this area, and I can't tell you whether or not someone has eaten recently or not, but Jason, I sure hope that you are providing some type of snacks for these fine people, because that individual sounds like he could be a little bit hungry. The winner of the best expansion of 2017 is The Dunwich Legacy, designed by Nate French and Matthew Newman, published by Fantasy Flight Games.
Adam, you are an overachiever.
Above and beyond, man. Above and beyond.
actually getting eaten off of the stage during a performance by a Shoggoth monster. That was really cool.
That's great.
So this is actually a peculiar category. So neither Anthony nor I are huge Arkham fans, and I think we were both kind of split on what we thought was the best expansion. Actually, Anthony, I think your best expansion would probably have been what? Terraforming Mars?
I don't know. It's tricky. Like, I like Arkham Horror LCG, but I just haven't caught up with any of it. So I'm not into the Dunwich, segment at all. And I haven't really, I don't know if I'll pay for these or not. But, I played, I think, 2 or 3 of these. The Terraforming Mars expansion, Venus Next, is pretty good. I mean, it adds new variability and a new victory condition, but I don't know if it would be the best either. Nothing really stood out as amazing to me. I mean, they were all just more of the same. Like, I liked the Roombound solo expansion, but I'm not a big adventure game guy. Hostage Negotiator is more of the same. Aeon's End is more of the same. Don't like Zaya at all.
So I'll let you guys know. So we really were kind of led by the fans in this perspective. For Zaya, that was definitely a fan thing. Neither of us have played Zaya. When I put up a poll, like, okay, what should be nominated, people were all over this, like, wow, this fixed the game. This made the game really good. That, now there's a whole campaign thing going on. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to play. So I just put it in the nomination just for the sake of the fans. And then we let the fans carry the category, which, I see so many posts about Arkham Horror. I am not surprised. I'm almost tempted to overcome my madness for Cthulhu and give it a try.
I love this game. I really, really do like it a lot. Like, mechanically, I like it better than Lord of the Rings. I just thematically, anytime I sit down to play one of these 2 games, because I have them both, I'm like, Lord of the Rings is more my style. So it's a tough one. I think at some point I'll get into a kick and just kind of roll through the stuff I do have, and go on and get the next couple cycles. But it's a really good LCG.
Yeah, and I really hope that Arkham Horror doesn't win next year, too.
Yeah. Well, we can grandfather it out and be like, you won last year, you can't win again.
So, cool. So congratulations to FFG and to Arkham Horror. So that's going to be it for the episode. We hope you enjoyed that. So you noticed that we did not have a lot of core games in this particular category. This was more like, the beginning stuff and introducing ourselves to the Dice Tower and also introducing some of our friends in the solo and co-op gaming community, content creation wise. So we hope this was fun. Stay tuned for the next episode where we're going to go into some other categories, advanced games and strategy games and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, guys. So that is everything for this week's episode. Make sure you hop on over to Facebook. You can check us out in the Solo Board Gaming group or the Board Gamers Anonymous Facebook page. We are on everynightsgamenight.com. You can also find these episodes now on dicetower.com. And we are on Board Game Geek. Check out our guild there. So make sure you connect with us. Let us know what you think. Fight with us if you have to about who won each of these categories. Let me know why I'm wrong about Zaya. I have not tried the expansion yet either. I will try it. But that is going to be everything for this week. And until next week, when we talk about the rest of our top games of 2017, go ahead and grab a solo game off the shelf and let's make every night game night.
Hey, everybody.